Good morning, America. Massive attack. Ukraine says Russia attacked the country with more than 600 drones and 50 missiles targeting energy infrastructure, one of the biggest attacks in recent months. NATO fighter jets in Poland scrambled with air defense systems put on alert. What this could mean for the latest peace efforts.
Arctic blast. Millions of Americans in the Midwest and Northeast waking up to bitterly cold temperatures. Wind chills making matters worse. Plus, snow snarling roads. Hundreds of crashes reported. Our weather team tracking it all, including another cold blast on the way.
Rolling back the guidelines. A federal panel votes to change a longtime recommendation about the hepatitis B vaccination for newborns, the new decisions for parents. And former CDC Acting Director Dr. Richard Besser joins us live.
Heart-wrenching 911 phone calls released from the Texas flood tragedy.
We're at Costa Bonita, we're flooding, and we have people in cabins that we can't get to.
Survivors begging to be rescued with waters rising.
Michael Jordan takes the stand. The retired NBA legend involved in a landmark NASCAR antitrust case. Could it rewrite the rules of racing?
Paris premiere for Avatar: Fire and Ash. We're sitting down with director James Cameron and the all-star cast.
For longtime fans, it gives you so much of what you expect to see because each of the characters is just deeper, richer.
The movie just days away from opening in the U.S.
World Cup fever starts now, kicking off with a star-studded draw event, the groups, games, and matchups, plus College Football Conference Championship Week. ESPN's Desmond Howard joins us with the teams to watch.
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Saturday. Good morning, America.
Oh, good morning, America, on this Saturday. Big morning ahead. We've got Avatar. We've got that live performance from Straight No Chaser. We're very excited about that.
Yes, a lot to get to.
A lot to get to. We have a lot of major news as well, including that new vaccine recommendation, so we're going to have that.
Yes, also no relief for millions of Americans waking up to a second morning of frigid temperatures, and another Arctic blast is right around the corner. It's so cold here in New York City.
A lot of people feeling the impact of that, but we do begin here with breaking news from overnight. Russia bombarding Ukraine using missiles and drones in one of the biggest strikes in weeks, damaging energy infrastructure. And it comes as the U.S. and Ukraine are scheduled to begin a third round of straight-day talks in Miami today. ABC's Britt Clennett is in Ukraine with the very latest. Britt, good morning.
Good morning. Russia attacking this railway station behind me. You can see where it's been carved out by the impact. It's still smoldering. The attack damaging railway carriages and a depot. Luckily, no one was killed. The station was shut at the time. It happened during the curfew here. It's part of another massive strike with more than 700 drones and missiles targeting transport links and energy infrastructure across the country. And many of them shot down by air defense. Heat and power facilities were hit in 8 regions from east to west to south, causing blackouts in what has been a relentless weekly attacks designed to debilitate the country's energy supply. Now, this, as you mentioned, peace efforts seem to have lost a momentum, though. Ukrainian and U.S. officials in Miami for a third day of talks, now jointly calling on Russia to show a serious commitment to long-term peace after talks in Moscow, as we saw earlier this week, failed to produce any kind of breakthrough. A statement describing the discussions in Florida as constructive, but that any real progress depends on Russia. But following these attacks overnight, Ukraine's Foreign Minister Andriy Sybiha saying that the attacks show that Russia continues to disregard any efforts to actually end this war. Janae?
As we can still see that building smoldering behind you. Britt Clennett, thank you for your reporting. Back here at home now to winter weather that is really hitting so many Americans in the face this morning, setting records in some spots, and more frigid air is on the way. Let's get the latest from Samara Theodore. Good morning to you, Samara.
Good morning, Janae. That's right. A lot of us are going to be feeling that cold air pretty soon, even deeper in our bones. But you know what? This comes on the heels of a storm that left crippling conditions for many driving throughout the Midwest.
This morning, states across the Midwest and Northeast seeing their first blast of winter this season.
This newly released video showing this driver in central New York crashing head-on into a snowplow on snow-covered and slick Route 80. Central Virginia hit with snowfall, Richmond receiving 2 to 3 or more inches of snow. Icy conditions impacting passengers traveling through Richmond International Airport who face several delays due to de-icing issues. Virginia State Police reporting over 200 crashes amidst stormy weather, resulting in 29 injuries. The Virginia Department of Transportation warning travelers to keep off roads. Lynchburg seeing road closures, residents taking to shoveling their driveways and clearing off cars. A similar scene in Bedford and Amherst. D.C. residents also waking up to snow. In North Dakota, snow creating icy and hazardous roads. North Dakota Highway Patrols sharing these photos of cars gone off the road. And across the Midwest and Northeast, below freezing wind chills and record cold temperatures recorded from Illinois to New York. And as you can see, the storm system continuing to move out. Some rain still in the southeast as the snow dwindles down, but now it's going to become all about this Arctic blast. Take a look at some of these numbers. We are waking up to wind chills, meaning what it feels like when you factor in the wind. Lake Placid, 10 degrees. Here in New York City, where I am, 31. St. Paul, 16. At Green Bay, feeling like the single digits. And as far as the afternoon goes, another cold shot of air. And we're really talking about how it's going to feel out there. Buffalo, New York, feeling like the upper 20s. You head as far south as Atlanta, feeling like the mid 40s. You can even see in New York City on Monday, a lot of folks headed to work and school with temperatures feeling like 17 degrees. That's a look at the forecast across the country. Gio, back to you.
Oh, those feels like temperatures. They are brutal. All right, Samara, thank you so much. Now to that major change in the childhood vaccine schedule and what it could mean for parents. A CDC panel voting to drop the universal recommendation on the hepatitis B vaccine. And ABC's Alex Prechet is right now in Washington with the latest details. Alex, good morning.
Good morning, Gio. And this is a major reversal of public health policy that had been in place for more than 30 years. The CDC vaccine panel voted 8-3 Friday to end recommending the hepatitis B vaccine for all babies at birth, saying instead that if a mother tests negative for Hep B, parents should talk to their healthcare providers to decide when or if the shot is right for their newborn. The committee still recommends newborns of mothers infected with hepatitis B or whose infection status is unknown to be immunized. Previous guidance was that the first dose of the Hep B vaccine be given to all babies within 24 hours of birth, and the 3-dose series was to be completed by 18 months. But this change is a win for HHS Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Earlier this year, he fired all 17 members of the panel and handpicked their replacement, many with vaccine skeptic views. Babies infected with the hepatitis B virus are at risk for short and long-term complications like liver disease, liver failure, or even liver cancer. And many public health organizations have warned that delaying the first dose of the vaccine could undermine decades of progress. Janae? All
right, Alex. Now we're going to bring in Dr. Richard Besser, the CEO of the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation. Dr. Besser is also former acting director of the CDC, a pediatrician, used to work here at ABC News. It is so great to have you, Dr. Besser. You just heard Alex there lay out the new recommendations on the Hep B vaccine for newborns. For so many parents, they're now asking themselves what they need to do, what they need to know.
Yeah. I mean, this is a situation of confusion. You know, parents are hearing information from all different sides. They don't know what to do, where to get information. I practiced pediatrics for more than 30 years, and these are the kinds of things my patients brought to me. So my biggest advice is you need to talk to someone you trust. And that could be your pediatrician, your family doc, your nurse practitioner, a pharmacist. Hopefully you have someone in that category you can trust. There is some trusted information out there. The American Academy of Pediatrics, they recommend that every newborn continue to get this shot. You can look at your local health department and see what they recommend. Those are sources for trusted information. I worked at the CDC for 13 years, and it breaks my heart to say, don't go there for your information.
So we heard from some of the panel members, RFK Jr. and others, you know, the reasons behind the changes, trying to educate parents, give them options. Why do you believe, regardless of how a mother might test, why do you believe it's still important for all newborns to be vaccinated?
Yeah. I mean, hepatitis B it's an unusual infection. The infection itself may cause no symptoms in your child, but it can then live in their body for decades and eventually lead to liver failure and liver cancer. And when we started giving that vaccine to all newborns, we saw liver cancer, we saw liver failure just plummet. Wow. So the idea that that could come back is just heartbreaking. It's something that doesn't need to happen.
And you're supposed to give these shots right at birth, right? So it's really important to have a plan ready to go.
Yeah. I mean, and the reason for that is that the sooner you provide protection, the less likely a child will be to get infected. So if you're pregnant, talk to your obstetrician. If you have a pediatrician already, talk to them so you can have a plan. If you miss it at birth, it's not too late. You can still get the vaccine, so I wouldn't worry about that. But it is good to have a plan, have someone you trust, so that your child can be protected.
Dr. Richard Besser, thank you for your time this morning. We really appreciate it.
Great to be here.
We do want to turn now to the new details and the fallout from the September 2nd U.S. strike on an alleged drug boat in the Caribbean. U.S. forces killing 2 survivors, and some lawmakers who've seen the video of the strike say they appear to be clinging to the wreckage. ABC's senior White House correspondent Selena Wang joins us with the latest. Selena, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Whit. And that controversy is only getting worse. Some of those lawmakers who have seen video of that second strike are still concerned the U.S. may have committed a war crime. And now a source who has also seen that video tells us that the survivors who were killed appeared completely defenseless. This morning, the Trump administration facing growing accusations of war crimes as new details emerge about multiple U.S. strikes against one suspected drug boat on September 2nd. A source who watched the unreleased video tells ABC News after the first strike, 2 survivors were clinging for their lives on the overturned boat, appearing incapacitated and defenseless, saying at one point the men were waving to something overhead, presumably the U.S. aircraft, before the second strike killed them. Senior lawmakers who were shown the video reacting to what they saw.
What I saw in that room was one of the most troubling things I've seen in my time in public service.
But the Republican chairman of the Senate Intelligence Committee says it showed a lawful attack.
I didn't see anything disturbing about it.
The Pentagon then releasing this video on Thursday showing a new strike against a suspected drug boat, killing 4 people, the 22nd airstrike since the beginning of September. Democrats now urging the administration to publicly release the full video from September 2nd. Trump telling me this week he'd do so.
You released video of that first boat strike on September 2nd, but not the second video. Will you release video of that strike so that the American people can see for themselves what happened?
I don't know what they have, but whatever they have, we'd certainly release, no problem.
In the boat strikes, if it is found that survivors were actually killed while clinging on to that boat, should Secretary Hegseth, Admiral Bradley, or others be punished?
I think you're going to find that this is war, that these people were killing our people by the millions, actually.
So you heard the president there tell me he would release video of that second strike. That still has not happened. And that source who has seen the video says that when the American people finally see it for themselves, they'll be demanding more answers.
All right, Selena, and another topic here I want to ask you about because you're learning more about the Trump administration expanding its travel ban now.
Right. So they've already banned travel from 19 countries, including from Afghanistan, Iran, and Venezuela. The administration now says they'll be expanding that list to more than 30 countries, but they're not saying which ones yet. Gio?
All right, a lot to follow there. Selena Wang, thank you so much. Now to the release of hundreds of 911 tapes from the July 4th flood disaster in Texas. More than 100 people died in that catastrophe. And now we're hearing emergency calls for the first time from Kerrville, which was ground zero for the flooding. The calls you're going to hear this morning are all from people who survived. ABC's Melissa Adon joins us now with more on this. Melissa, good morning.
Good morning, Gio. So in these newly released 911 calls, we hear people calling for help during the devastating Texas floods, and we want to warn viewers that the recordings are disturbing.
1930 flood water was not this high, and it's still coming up. It's up to our house.
This is just one of the more than 400 heart-wrenching 911 calls released from Central Texas, where hundreds of families called for help overnight on July 4th of this year.
We're at Casa Bonita. We're flooding, and we have people in cabins that we can't get to.
Many asking why more was not done to warn communities before the catastrophic floods, and why, for so many, it took emergency help too long to arrive.
Do you need police, fire, or EMS?
I need everything, sir. My house is so flooded. The water is 3 feet up. I've got children here. I just need somebody to be aware. I'm afraid this is all going to go.
The Guadalupe River rising 26 feet in 45 minutes. First responders unable to get to many in need, urging people to get to higher ground.
my kids, they had to go up to the second floor and the water's rising.
Yes, ma'am, I understand. Though right now, unfortunately, the best thing I can tell you to have you tell them is to get as high off the ground.
The floods claiming the lives of 138 people, 27 of them from Camp Mystic, an all-girls summer camp. One caller telling dispatch they rescued 2 girls who'd been swept away.
We've already got 2 little girls who have come down the river, and we've gotten to them, but I'm not sure how many else are out there.
Now, Texas officials promised they would install a flood warning system following these catastrophic floods, but that has yet to be funded. Local officials are vowing to have sirens in place by next summer when Camp Mystic is expected to reopen with new safety measures. Janae?
Oh, still just such a heartbreaking story for that area and all of those families. Melissa, thank you. Now to the highly anticipated testimony from basketball legend Michael Jordan, taking the stand in his lawsuit against NASCAR. ABC's Morgan Norwood is here with those details. Good morning, Morgan.
Good morning to you, Janae. A pretty serious 1v1 here. The trial now sets the stage for a high-speed showdown between a global sports icon and one of the most powerful brands in American motorsports, a multi-billion-dollar entertainment force with millions of fans and major influence on the future of racing.
This morning, NBA legend Michael Jordan is taking on NASCAR in a trial that could shift the sport into a new gear. Jordan, widely considered the greatest basketball player of all time, accusing NASCAR of violating antitrust laws and operating like a monopoly. The 6-time NBA champion co-founded the 2311 racing team in 2020 with veteran driver Denny Hamlin. But now their team, along with Front Row Motorsports, is suing NASCAR, claiming the league's charter rules unfairly impact smaller teams. NASCAR saying it has not violated antitrust law because it has done nothing to restrain trade beyond normal business practices. Friday, Jordan telling the court someone had to step forward and challenge the entity.
They wanted what is called a permanent charter. A charter is basically like a franchise you'd see in other professional sports. So if you own a charter, which are worth a minimum of $45 million, you're in a much better spot in this sport going forward.
Michael Jordan hasn't just dominated on the court. He's been steadily expanding his business footprint across multiple sports. Jordan, who says he's been a fan of NASCAR since childhood, telling the court, "I sat in those meetings with longtime owners who were browbeaten for so many years trying to make change. I was a new person. I wasn't afraid. I felt I could challenge NASCAR as a whole." Experts say it's more than just a legal fight. It could rewrite the rules of racing.
So big implications here. This trial picks up on Monday morning, and depending on how all of this plays out, Michael Jordan could either walk away with sweeping rule changes or monetary damages.
It's a fascinating case.
Yeah.
Clearly, he's not afraid to go for it.
Right?
See how it plays out.
Now to the World Cup coming back to U.S. soil, and millions of soccer fans around the world, they are glued to the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C. for the draw for next year's tournament. And our own ABC's Christian Cordero, a college soccer player herself, she's here with all the highlights. This is big for Team USA, huh?
It's big. It's a group we can win. Gio, good morning. Guys, good morning to you all. Hey, just 6 months, 5 days, and a few hours to go, but who's counting? The unofficial kickoff for the tournament brought star power to the nation's capital, transforming it to the soccer capital of the world. This morning, an event for the stars and stripes.
United States of America.
Singer Andrea Bocelli, comedian Kevin Hart, and Heidi Klum among those to greet the global audience in the nation's capital Friday, gather to find out which countries will face off against each other at next summer's World Cup. And this is the biggest World Cup in history. 48 teams, 12 groups, and only one of these will win it all. President Trump, along with the leaders of the other 2 host countries, Mexico and Canada, sharing the stage for the big announcement. Assisting the draw, sports icons Tom Brady, Wayne Gretzky, Shaquille O'Neal, and Aaron Judge. The U.S. men's national team will play on home turf for all 3 group stage matches. As for who they're up against,
Australia.
Paraguay.
The winner between Turkey, Romania, Slovakia, and Kosovo.
First up, Paraguay, playing the U.S. in L.A. on June 12th.
Today went really well for the United States and for the potential of what they can do in this tournament.
What do they have to do to succeed in this tournament?
Well, you have to start well. You have to get off to a good start, and so we have to provide the right atmosphere in Los Angeles, which we're confident that we're going to do.
Okay, so if you're hoping to go to a World Cup match or frankly anywhere next summer, shop around and book early. Expedia says searches for host cities are up 125%. Certain airlines are swapping out planes to accommodate more passengers, and some of these hotel prices are already surging. This morning, I saw a typically budget-friendly brand just down the road near MetLife Stadium. Guys, it was going for more than $900 a night that first week of the World Cup.
Might have to rent out the basement.
That's what I'm saying. We'll rent out our house. Yeah.
Phone a friend. Cannot wait. Thank you, Christiane.
Thank you. Tell us how excited you are.
Well, I mean, I went to World Cup '94. I know we don't have much time. Back in the day, like, changed my life. So,
look, he glows when he's talking about it.
Maybe we'll share some
Memory.
pictures
So
tomorrow
awesome.
for the group chat.
And still had a huge weekend in college football. Thank you so much, Christiane. Conference championships on the line. We're live in Georgia as the Bulldogs take on the Crimson Tide. ESPN's Desmond Howard joins us live.
Plus the Paris premiere for Avatar, Fire and Ash, next.
How do you still live? What if every human being on Earth could live here without a mask? Then the Na'vi people will be gone.
Welcome back to GMA. Avatar, Fire and Ash making its big debut in Paris ahead of its worldwide release. And later we'll hear from director James Cameron and the cast and what they're saying about this exciting new chapter in the blockbuster franchise.
So exciting.
Yeah, as soon as that clip came on, you were like, whoa.
Ready for it, absolutely. All right, let's take a look at some of the other big stories that we're following on this Saturday morning. The Supreme Court will hear President Trump's case to end birthright citizenship. The High Court saying that it will schedule an expedited hearing, likely in the spring. The president trying to end birthright citizenship by executive order. A decision could come down in June.
Waymo is issuing a voluntary software recall impacting its self-driving cars. The company making the announcement after officials in Texas said the vehicles illegally passed school buses at least 19 times since the start of the school year. Waymo says it identified a software issue that contributed to several incidents and implemented updates weeks ago. The company says the latest recall will allow them to continue analyzing vehicle performance levels.
And he was known as one of the world's most celebrated architects. We're remembering this morning Frank Gehry. Gehry died Friday following a brief respiratory illness. He was the creative mind behind iconic buildings all over the world, from the Walt Disney Concert Hall in Los Angeles to the Guggenheim Museum in Bilbao, Spain. Frank Gehry was 96 years old. What a legend.
Absolutely. A legacy to be seen all around the world for years and years to come, too. All right, we do start this half hour with the exciting matchups ahead today in the College Football Conference Championship games and College Game Day. Traveling to Atlanta for the SEC Championship between Georgia and Alabama. And joining us from there is ESPN football analyst, our buddy Desmond Howard. Des, good morning to you. It is always great to have you. We're going to get to that game in just a minute. First, though, let's look at number 11 BYU versus number 4 Texas Tech in the Big 12 Championship game. What are you watching for in this rematch? They played not too long ago.
Yeah, you hit it on the head. This is a rematch, and one of the most difficult things to do in college football is to beat the same team twice in the same season. And obviously, Texas Tech is out to do that so they can win the Big 12 championship game. Guys, I was at this game earlier in the season, watched it field level, and Texas Tech pretty much dominated this game. BYU was on the road in Lubbock, made too many mistakes. This is a very, very talented team in the Red Raiders. You can't turn the ball over and things of that nature. So I'm looking for their running back, L.J. Martin from BYU. Last game, he came back from an injury. He wasn't the same. He wasn't running as hard or as aggressive. I expect to see the best L.J. Martin in BYU, and I think that's going to open up their offense. I do believe this game will be much closer than the first matchup.
All right, Des, we've got a first in the history of the Big Ten Championship, 1 versus 2 with the Ohio State Buckeyes taking on the Indiana Hoosiers. So what's the key to the win as both teams battle for a Big Ten title and the 1 seed in the playoff?
I tell you what, the key to the win for the Indiana Hoosiers is for those guys to go out there and play with the type of aggression they did when they went to Eugene and they knocked off the Oregon Ducks. I mean, their defense was outstanding. They held the Ducks quarterback, Dante Moore, to less than 200 yards passing. They sacked him 6 times and created 2 turnovers, 2 interceptions. They need to do that to Julian Sayin, the quarterback from Ohio State, who's having a fantastic season too. It's all going to start in the trenches up front. And don't forget, Ohio State, of all the teams that are playing in conference championship games, they've had the easiest road, the easiest route to a championship game. They're not battle-tested like the Indiana Hoosiers, who went to the 4th quarter, the last play of the game against Penn State, and was able to win that game. So I think up front in the trenches, that's what's going to determine who wins this game.
All right, up front in the trenches, Des. Now let's get to that SEC championship between number 3 Georgia, number 9 Alabama. The Crimson Tide, they've won the last 4 versus the Bulldogs, including a big win in Athens earlier this season. How can the Bulldogs snap the streak? Can they snap the streak?
You know, that is a great question, because when you look at these two teams, they're built very similarly, and because of that, there isn't a large margin of victory when either team wins, which is usually Alabama. Alabama won 24-21 in Athens earlier this season. So I think it comes down to Georgia getting off to a fast start. This season, we've labeled Georgia a very resilient team because they've gotten off the slow starts before, but then some way, somehow, in the 4th quarter or in overtime, they'll find a way to win. I don't think that's going to be a recipe for success against Alabama. So I believe that the Georgia Bulldogs are going to have to come out and play their A game in the first half and then try to maintain that throughout the second half to beat Alabama. But I expect this to be another low-scoring game, really close-play game. It's going to come down to who can make plays in the 4th quarter.
Well, you know, Des, it was a great question I asked you, and that was a really great answer you gave me. So thank you very much. We appreciate you, Des, and glad that you were warm indoors today. And you at home can catch College Game Day starting at 9 a.m. on ESPN and watch a full day of college football beginning at noon right here on ABC.
All right, coming up on Good Morning America, a look at the creative ways parents are trying to get their kids unglued from their devices. Could they work for your family?
Welcome back to GMA. A new study published in the journal Pediatrics this week found that children who had a smartphone by the age of 12 were at a higher risk of depression, obesity, and insufficient sleep. And this comes after another major study found that kids who spend excessive time on devices are at higher risk for developing problems like anxiety and even aggression later in life. So with those health concerns in mind, and with the holiday season upon us, parents are getting creative about how to get their kids to just look up from their screens. This holiday season, families are gathering together, but they may have to share quality time with tablets, phones, and video games. It's an issue even Woody and Buzz in the upcoming Toy Story 5 have to contend with.
Hi there, I'm Lilypad. Let's play!
Our adolescent years are such high impact years for brain development. The idea that technology can be interrupting that development is really concerning to me.
Now, adults across the country are finding creative ways to solve the issue, from some reportedly spending as much as $8,000 on camps to detox kids from their devices, to others tackling the problem themselves.
Turn the screens off. All right, turn them off.
Former NFL cornerback Chimdi Chekwa and his wife Sia are encouraging more outdoor play for their kids, but in the cold winter months, keeping kids busy can be a challenge.
They find plenty of things to do, and then we like to do things together. Like they love to dance, so we'll play music and dance around the house, or they love to play games. They're really competitive in that nature.
And for many, like San Francisco mom Susan Rosenthal, packing the calendar for her daughter can feel like a full-time job.
We had to schedule every minute of the day because, or else she would be bored and there will be consequences for us.
Rosenthal partnered with other parents to create the Dex Learning Camera, a device which aims to teach kids new languages. Hola! Hoping to emphasize learning as well as play, in part to cut down on excess screen time.
For me, the peace of mind that she's doing something that I feel is more educational and is different and more interactive than, what is currently screen time.
Ultimately, increased screen time is here to stay, but experts say it's all about moderation and creating a plan, like establishing screen-free times, like during meals or before bed, and encouraging offline activity like arts and crafts, even imaginative play.
So most adults will tell you that it's difficult to set and maintain rules about screen time, even for themselves. But a recent Pew Research Center survey found that it's parents who say they struggle with their own screen time and in many cases are managing different priorities and just trying to make the best decision for their kids. And that's the thing that we were just talking about, that when you're trying to tell your kids, I've got my 8-year-old now who's like, you don't want us to be on our tablets, but you're on your phone.
Right. Yeah.
Fair
they
point.
Are watching.
Yes, so we've got to model it.
Definitely. Thank you for that, Janae.
Our studio is transformed, and we are back now here, going off to Paris, where Avatar Fire and Ash just celebrated their European premiere, and Linsey Davis sat down with director James Cameron and the cast in the City of Lights. Take a look at this.
This is the only pure thing in this world.
It's the latest visual marvel from Academy Award-winning director James Cameron in his third installment of the saga, Avatar Fire and Ash.
You want to spread your fire across the world. You need me.
In a society that increasingly is described as having a short attention span, how do you still manage to create 3 hours and 15 minutes? You grab us, you pull us in, and never let us go.
When we have all this stuff coming at us all day long, and when we're scrolling and multitasking, we actually long for a moment of focus. And that's what the theater can give us.
It's going to tell us about the shift for you, starting out playing Grace, and then you're Kyria, a teenager.
They're really at opposite ends of the spectrum. Grace is a chain-smoking, hard-drinking, impatient botanist. And it was a real gift to me to be asked to be able to go back into this world as someone who is born into it.
That connection with nature is at the heart of the epic tale.
Jim travels us light years into this beautiful planet and shows us what we are doing to ours. Every time we buy things that come from exploitation of life, that has a consequence.
For longtime fans, it gives you so much of what you expect to see because each of the characters is just deeper, richer.
Look, I'm a Marine. I'm not taking a knife to a gunfight.
Sam, we're meeting Jake again, coming to grips with the loss of his oldest son.
First movie is about a young guy falling in love. Natural progression is they have a family. Now we're really testing what this marriage can survive.
Your goddess has no dominion here.
Una, you're new to the group here. What drew you to this character, Varang?
James Cameron. And the world of Avatar, and so it was like a dream come true.
The highly anticipated film held its European premiere last night in Paris. The film's cast and creator enjoying the journey. For Good Morning America, Linsey Davis, ABC News, Paris.
Oh, thank you, Linsey. And for more on our conversation with the cast, check out All Access with Linsey Davis. It streams on ABC News Live, Disney Plus, and Hulu at 8 p.m. on Monday, December 15th. Avatar Fire and Ash is in theaters Friday, December 19th. We are all looking forward to that.
I'm just liking this
Right?
lava floor here, too. I wore the wrong shoes.
We'll be back. We'll be back.
We are back now with our GMA Play of the Day, and we love this story. This is a sweet update to a story that we first told you about earlier this week. Ed Bombas is an Army veteran who retired in 1999 and says he lost his pension when the company went bankrupt that he was working for. Then his wife got sick, and the 88-year-old has been working at a Michigan supermarket to pay off medical debt left behind when Joan passed away, even selling their home. And this is the moment when Bombas was just surprised with a GoFundMe check for $1.7 million.
Wow.
This is them presenting that check. This was raised in just 3 days. His story went viral thanks to the attention of an Australian influencer, Samuel Wiedenhofer. The story touched so many people eager to help, and all these people from around the world contributing to make this retirement possible.
What a blessing.
Isn't that just
during
incredible?
The holidays.
His reaction is priceless.
Good morning, America. It's our second hour. Massive attack. Ukraine says Russia attacked the country with more than 600 drones and 50 missiles targeting energy infrastructure. One of the biggest attacks in recent months. NATO fighter jets scrambled in Poland with air defense systems put on alert. What this could mean for the latest peace efforts.
On the heels of the Paris premiere, Ginger Z steps into the world of Avatar, Fire and Ash, going behind the scenes for an exclusive look at how you go from human to Avatar. Her incredible transformation with the help of star Sigourney Weaver and director James Cameron.
So you're going to act today. I think it's a very small part, but you know, you've got to start somewhere.
Swinging for the fences. Our Washington bureau chief, Rick Klein, has covered many campaigns.
This is the first major battleground state that has been protected by ABC News.
But this one is his passion project.
You have to get 12 votes total to be named to the Hall of Fame as an inductee.
A campaign to get his boyhood hero, baseball star Dale Murphy,
Could be number 300, and it is for Dale Murphy,
elected into the Hall of Fame.
Our holiday dream team, Tori Johnson and Will Gans are here, bringing us deals and steals and secret savings filled with great gifts for everyone on your list at prices that can't be beat. It doesn't get any better than this.
Christmas is different when you're missing somebody.
And Straight No Chaser is here, and they're singing.
Good morning, America.
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Saturday. Good Morning America.
Oh, wait.
I thought you were going to sing it.
Ooh, no. Good morning, America. Happy Saturday to you. Wait until you hear that a cappella group, Straight No Chaser. They are fantastic. Coming up, they'll be helping get us into the holiday spirit with their latest Christmas song, and it just gives you all the feels.
All the feels, and that whole album I was listening this morning, so good. Right. So we're excited about that. Also, Avatar, Fire and Ash making its big premiere in Paris. We're going to take a step behind the scenes for an exclusive look at how this fantasy film was brought to life. That's very cool.
Yep, more on that ahead. But first, though, the Midwest, the Northeast, bracing for another round of these frigid conditions. That shot of cold air in store for the weekend. In some areas, we'll see snow. Samara Theodora is tracking it all. Samara, good morning.
That's correct, Whit. We are in for another Arctic blast that'll leave so many across the country under cold conditions. But this comes on the heels of a storm system that actually brought snow to many parts of the Midwest. This morning, states across the Midwest and Northeast seeing their first blast of winter this season. This newly released video showing this driver in central New York crashing head-on into a snowplow on snow-covered and slick Route 80. Central Virginia hit with snowfall, Richmond receiving 2 to 3 or more inches of snow. Icy conditions impacting passengers traveling through Richmond International Airport who face several delays due to de-icing issues. Virginia State Police reporting over 200 crashes amidst stormy weather, resulting in 29 injuries. The Virginia Department of Transportation warning travelers to keep off roads. Lynchburg seeing road closures, residents taking to shoveling their driveways and clearing off cars. A similar scene in Bedford and Amherst. D.C. residents also waking up to snow. In North Dakota, snow creating icy and hazardous roads. North Dakota Highway Patrols sharing these photos of cars gone off the road. And across the Midwest and Northeast, below freezing wind chills and record cold temperatures recorded from Illinois to New York. So I hope the jackets you guys have are out and ready to stay. Let's go ahead and take a look right now at what you can expect as far as these numbers go. My goodness, wind chills. This is what it's actually going to feel like this morning. Walking out your door in Lake Placid, 16 degrees. Down towards Indianapolis, 25. Our nation's capital right on that freezing line at 32 degrees. By the afternoon, another shot of cold air. Temperatures only peaking in the 30s this afternoon on Saturday. As far as how it's going to feel in New York, 17 degrees is what it'll feel like in New York on Monday afternoon. That's a look at the forecast across the country. Back to you, Gio.
We are zipping up those jackets all the way to the top, Samara. Thank you so much. We're going to turn now to that major change in the childhood vaccine schedule and what it could mean for parents. A CDC panel voting to drop the universal recommendation on the hepatitis B vaccine. ABC's Alex Brachet is following this one. Alex, good morning again.
Good morning, Gio. Yeah, this is a major reversal of public health policy that had been in place for more than 30 years. The CDC vaccine panel voted 8-3 Friday to end recommending the hepatitis B vaccine for all babies at birth, saying instead that if a mother tests negative for Hep B, parents should talk to their healthcare providers to decide when or if the shot is right for their newborn. The committee still recommends newborns of mothers infected with hepatitis B or whose infection status is unknown to be immunized. But previous guidance was that the first dose of the Hep B vaccine be given to all babies within 24 hours of birth. The 3-dose series was to be completed by 18 months. And this new change is a win for HHS Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Earlier this year, he fired all 17 members of the panel, handpicking their replacements, many of them with vaccine skeptic views. Babies infected with the hepatitis B virus are at risk for short and long-term complications like liver disease, liver failure, even liver cancer. And many public health organizations have warned that delaying the first dose of the vaccine could undermine decades of progress. Wait.
All right, Alex Brachet for us. We appreciate it. Now to breaking news from overnight. Russia bombarding Ukraine using missiles and drones in one of the biggest strikes in weeks, damaging energy infrastructure. All of the U.S. and Ukraine are scheduled to begin a third straight day of talks in Miami today. ABC's Britt Clennett is in Ukraine with the latest. Britt, good morning.
Hey, well, Russia attacking this railway station behind me. I want to show you how it's been hollowed out by the impact. The building is still smoldering, and firefighters are working very hard to clear bits of twisted debris. There are shards of glass all around this area. The attack damaging railway carriages and a depot. Luckily, no one was killed. The station was shut. It happened during the curfew here. Part, though, of another massive strike with more than 700 drones and missiles targeting links, transport links and energy infrastructure across the country. Many of them shot down by air defense. Heat and power facilities were hit, though, in 8 regions from east to west to the south, causing blackouts and what has been really relentless weekly attacks designed to debilitate the country's energy supply. This, as frankly, peace efforts seem to have lost momentum, despite Ukrainian and U.S. officials in Miami for a third day of talks, now jointly calling on Russia to show a serious commitment to long-term peace. After talks in Moscow we saw earlier this week really failed to produce a breakthrough. A statement described the discussions in Florida as constructive, but that any real progress depends on Russia. But following these attacks overnight, Ukraine's Foreign Minister Andriy Sybiha saying that the attacks show that Russia continues to disregard any real efforts to end this war. Janae?
Yeah, hard to be hopeful about those peace talks with a scene like that behind you, Britt Clennett. Our thanks to you. Back here at home now, and the suspect in the January 6th pipe bomb case made his first appearance in court on Friday. Investigators say Brian Cole Jr. placed the bombs at the Republican and Democratic committee offices the night before the attack on the Capitol. Law enforcement sources tell ABC News that Cole admitted to planting the devices and told investigators he was, quote, disappointed in the results of the 2020 election.
All right, Janae, well, the stage is set for the journey to the World Cup here. FIFA held the draw for next year's matchup of 48 teams. The U.S. placed in Group D. The U.S. will face Paraguay in Inglewood, California on June 12th. Then they'll face Australia in Seattle on June 19th. A third opponent will be determined later on.
Hey, guys, you know what else?
What?
There's the possibility Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo could face each other.
Oh. Really?
We'll see. There's the possibility in the later rounds.
Okay,
so.
look, anytime we get a hey, guys, something good is coming.
The two goats, just maybe.
All right, still coming up here in our GMA morning menu, Ginger Z takes us behind the scenes of Avatar Fire and Ash with an exclusive look at how James Cameron transforms human actors into avatars. We are back now with our GMA cover story. Avatar Fire and Ash premiered last night in Paris. And this morning, our Ginger Z shows us what it's like to become an avatar. Check it out.
It's the moment we've been waiting 16 years for, since we were first introduced to the Na'vi. This year, the third installment of James Cameron's multi-billion-dollar blockbuster franchise, Avatar: Fire and Ash.
That's great.
I went behind the scenes and got an exclusive look at how you go from human to Avatar on the big screen.
So what does Awa's heartbeat sound like?
Mighty.
Tell him what you told me.
And action.
And now, I'm going to experience the transformation myself.
Tell him what you told me.
But before I suit up, one of the film's lead actors, Sam Worthington, playing tour guide of Lightstorm Entertainment, which houses some of the most legendary props from James Cameron's career.
So is this like looking in a mirror now at this point?
The technology is pushed. We've gone so far forward with it that you see every nuance of me. You can see little quirks that I have in my face that literally go from when I do it to when you see it digitally.
Once I put this on, I'm an avatar. Ta-da! I'm ready to be motion captured.
How nice to see you.
Yes, you as well.
And lucky for me, Sigourney Weaver, who plays Avatar teenager Kiri,
Why am I different?
helps me prepare for my own transformation.
I like your outfit.
Thank you very much.
I have a similar one.
We're wearing the same thing. Weird. How do you approach a teenager? Because it is different.
Jim had always said, well, I know how immature you are. You're 14, which of course is what he is too. So I know you can play this part.
The team pops on 54 markers on key areas that'll help track my movement. After Sam adds one finishing touch to my costume.
What are these?
Ears.
Oh, thank you.
The Lightstorm team then scans in my range of motion, my every movement, translated into, well, basically my own avatar.
You want me to just move? That was the hard one.
Now it's time to enter what they call the volume with the man himself, Academy Award-winning director and Avatar creator, James Cameron.
So you're going to act today. It's a very small part, but you know, you got to start somewhere, start small.
Gotta start small.
Right? So this
no
is...
pressure, just James Cameron. It's going to direct me. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. No pressure. All right, back to one. That sucked. Yeah, that's what everybody expects, but that's not how we work.
Cameron giving Sam and Sigourney some visual cues before the cameras start rolling.
And is this sea?
It's the lagoon. So this is shallow. There's coral probably 8 feet down. And there's little fish that are swimming around that are sort of attracted to you. Your character is Sirea. So Sirea is the sister of the guy that you're basically dragging in by the ear, metaphorically speaking. You'll probably have him by the arm. You march him in and you say, tell him what you just told me. And action.
Tell him what you told me.
I look pretty good in blue.
And cut. Great. One take wonder.
I'll take it.
I want people to connect with the characters because the characters are expressing real fears and real anxieties and real joy, and it's a lens through which to perceive our own planet. Our own wonderful planet that has all these different biomes. We celebrate it through the lens of science fiction. And hopefully we create that yearning or that longing to reconnect with nature.
For Good Morning America, Ginger Z, ABC News, Manhattan Beach, California.
Wow.
You could hear a pin drop in the
so
studio.
cool.
That was so cool,
Yeah.
Ginger. Thank you for that. Sigourney Weaver joins GMA in studio on Monday. Avatar: Fire and Ash is in theaters Friday, December 19th.
She got the act and everything.
Isn't that
Just
amazing?
being there with
I know.
James Cameron?
They call him Jim.
Jim,
Look
yeah.
how Jim's over here. Yeah, James Cameron. Great story. Thank you, Ginger, for that one. It is time now for Deals and Steals. Tori Johnson is on a mission to help you find the perfect gifts and decor for the holidays. And Tori, already loving what we have here right now, these huge stockings.
Exactly. So this is the original standing stocking. No fireplace, no mantle, no problem.
Yep.
Or you have a mantle and you don't want to ruin it by putting nails and hooks.
Exactly.
Because you're worried about things falling and breaking. These are genius because you see if you lift that up, it's got a weighted foot that allows it to stand anywhere. Great for stability. And then they just collapse for easy storage at the end of the season. Plus, I like these because because the bigger the stocking, the more gifts
I was just
going to
say, the bigger the gift.
There you
yeah,
go.
exactly. Laptop fits right there.
That's
yep.
right. We also have tree skirts and table runners. These sold out a few weeks ago when I had them, so this is like a viewer request to bring it back. All 50% off starts at $35.
A good holiday table runner is tough to find.
Oh, there you go.
I'm serious.
You got
I know
the tip
this.
from the man.
Yeah.
You've been out shopping. Okay, Santa Barbara Design Studio makes really phenomenal totes. We've got more than 50 different options that you will find online. There is a phrase for everybody, any person who's on your list. So we've got tote bags, pouches, as well as these really big, great baskets that are fun for like sports equipment, laundry, shoes. People use them sort of for kind of all-purpose things at home. Everything from Santa Barbara Design, slash and half starts at $7.
Love it.
Fun. Okay, we got a lot of fun here, and you'll notice that our hair and makeup team is standing close by because they expect to grab these as soon as we go to a break. So this is Trend Tech, and we've got Bluetooth boom boxes,
Love it.
Bluetooth orbs. These are speakers right here. So these are speakers that will sync to any Bluetooth device so that you
These
can
are
play your
speakers
music.
too?
Those are speakers too. So you get both the light show
like
as well
that.
as the sound.
It's like a little retro lava lamp, but with music mixed in.
Those orbs are
Very
fabulous.
Cool.
And then, of course, the microphone that's going to take your karaoke day or night. Like, where's, Will Gans when I need him?
Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. When I was dead broke, man, I couldn't picture this. Sorry, it's a little
There you go. There you go. I would have asked for more time if I knew we were going to get a performance. Everything slash and have. Every option here, $20 to $30.
Excellent.
So really nice, affordable tech.
Big time.
Okay, I love these from Pure Enrichment. These are a big variety of heating pads. When I put my hands in here, I just want to stay here all day. So we've got oversized ones like this. We've got them perfect for the back, shoulders, abdomen.
Ooh, I need this.
These are fabulous because these are the areas often where people have the most trouble with soreness, aches, pains. These bring instant relief. They also have a lot of them have gel packs. So if you want to put those in the freezer if you need cooling relief, or you can put the packs into the microwave for even more heat. There's even a cordless option, all slashed in half. These are really great gifts.
Excellent.
For
Yeah, I need that for
relief.
my lower back. Big time.
There you go. All right, clean. Fragrance is always a great gift. Either it's something that you know that they already have a certain scent that they love, or this is great to be able to experiment. Their H2O collection, these in the green box here, have no alcohol, really great for sensitive skin. So people with eczema, psoriasis, this is a favorite right here, this Amber Noir. Not a name I would typically gravitate toward, but it is phenomenal, as are all of the Discovery kits. These are great from teens to glamas. Gift these.
My daughters would love these.
Right?
Yeah.
All slash and half starts at $7. And then finally, we've got Janae, who is already eyeing this. So feel how soft this is.
Back off, Janae.
Please react to that softness.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean,
it's like stretchy too.
It's the most luxurious fabric that Softies makes. Brown is Janae's color. She wanted you to know that if you're still shopping for her.
Got it.
So we've got a great assortment of the two-piece set as well as the robe. The robe's great because it's got a belt built right into it. This is the kind of like, I'm not getting off the couch today vibes in the best possible way. Everything from Softies is slashed in half. This is the gift that they are going to thank you for every day of the year.
And Janae does send her Christmas list to everyone.
Oh,
so there's
does that
still
go
time.
in the group chat?
Yeah, of course it does. Oh, I do need to ask you though,
Yes.
because there's more that you have in our window shopping,
right? Windows, we've got our window displays. There are 48 brands that are in the windows. You can save 50% off every brand, including Catherine Weitzman jewelry made in Hawaii, hang accessories, there's really great travel goods, just a lot of fun in those displays. You can get them all on our website.
Excellent. Thank you, Tori. And we will be right back.
Come on, get on up. We're wild and we can't be tamed. And we turn the floor into a zoo.
We got everybody jamming in the studio here. Back now with GMA. That is Shakira's hit Zoo from Zootopia 2. That music video racking up more than 13 million views, and it surpassed 10 million streams on Spotify.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
And now the sequel is headed into what could be another record-breaking weekend as it nears the $500 million mark at the domestic box office alone.
It's a bop.
It is.
It really
well,
is.
the movie is just doing bonkers.
Yeah.
What was
Really
that?
is.
I don't know. This was I was trying to contain it
Hey,
a little
you do
bit.
you. You do
know?
you.
Yeah.
Never contain the dance. All right, now to some of the top headlines we're following right now here, including developments overseas. Russia unleashing hundreds of missiles and drones on Ukraine. According to Ukraine's Air Force, the bombardment damaged energy infrastructure. Ukrainian officials say that 8 people were wounded. The strike comes just hours before the U.S. and Ukraine are scheduled to meet for a third round of diplomatic talks today in Miami.
The creator behind Firefest is making a comeback this weekend. Founder Billy McFarland is launching his new event called Phoenix. McFarland is promising a once-in-a-lifetime festival of music and experiences on a small island off the coast of Honduras. McFarland served prison time and was ordered to pay back millions of dollars after the original Firefest left people stranded.
Well, it's a big weekend in college football as conference championship games get underway. BYU taking on Texas Tech in the Big 12 championship game. The Ohio State Buckeyes will face off with the Indiana Hoosiers in the Big 10, and number 3 Georgia and number 9 Alabama going head-to-head in the SEC championship this afternoon. You can catch a full day of college football beginning at noon Eastern right here on ABC.
Yeah, a lot of college football. All right, now to a baseball fan's quest to honor his boyhood hero, Rick Klein. He's our Washington bureau chief here at ABC News, but he's also a diehard fan of the Atlanta Braves, and he grew up idolizing Brave star Dale Murphy. He's launched a campaign to get him into the Hall of Fame. So to continue that campaign, Rick is joining us now from his home, which is also a Dale Murphy shrine. Rick, I didn't even know this about you. Like, you're always on with the big board and the numbers and telling us what's happening in politics, but why are you doing this?
Well, I actually started this before I covered politics. It started when I was about 9, and I fell in love with Dale Murphy because of those games on TBS that were nationally televised in the 80s. That's so me. Cute. That's me with my Braves hat. I kept it on for about 2 years straight. And I was just a huge fan of this All-American guy on some pretty bad teams, frankly. And I started collecting his baseball cards. I got him to sign a baseball when I was like 12 years old and yelled Mr. Murphy for 20 minutes at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium. And I stayed in touch with him or got back in touch with him as an adult and became a friend. And it's really, it kind of, I get a catch in my voice when I even say that out loud because it's such a childhood dream. And he's never been elected to the Hall of Fame. He's on the ballot this Sunday. And I've been working with a group of folks to try to right that wrong.
It's amazing. And I understand there's also something about some videos out there that got people talking about Murphy.
Yeah, I mean, we had Jason Aldean, the country singer, narrate a video that was written by Wright Thompson of ESPN. We had Ernie Johnson, whose dad was the voice of the Braves back in the 80s. And then we had others come in. We had Killer Mike. We had Mike Mills from REM. We had just this wide range of folks. Chipper Jones got involved, and baseball voices have come on board. We've heard from Tim Kirkchin of ESPN and Brian Kenny from MLB Network, Bob Costas. And I've also realized there's so many people that have these similar memories. They grew up in the 80s. They saw him as an absolute superstar. And this was a guy that endorsed milk and ice cream and never drank or smoked, and played in an era right before we saw some of the performance-enhancing drugs come on. He was Mr. Clean, and just this all-American family man, father of 8, grandfather now of 20 plus kids, and just a remarkable story, and he should be honored in Cooperstown.
Rick, this is so cool because we hear you talk politics, so you're so well versed in all of it, but to hear you just spit off these facts about Dale Murphy with as much excitement as you had in those pictures of you as a kid is really, really special. Dale was known as a humble superstar. Here's the reaction that he and his wife Nancy had to your campaign to get him into the Hall of Fame. Look at this.
I'm cautiously optimistic. I think that's the best way to put it, and grateful for this effort to support the fact that I'm on that ballot again.
We're so grateful to Rick and this group of fans who have kind of bonded together and put this kind of a campaign together.
Oh, that is so cool. And Rick, they say never meet your heroes, but as you were telling us, now you're good friends with Dale Murphy. What's that been like for you?
It's surreal. And, you know, my mom said, you know, 9-year-old you would lose his mind over this. I said, what about 49-year-old me? I got to be on the field of dreams with my childhood hero, you know, having a catch. And I've gotten to honor him and honor his legacy and his contributions to the game. He was just such a great player with those back-to-back MVPs and 398 career home runs and home run championships and RBI championships. And there's been this outpouring from literally around the country, around the world, of people that have similar memories, that know how great he was and feel like that deserves a spot in Cooperstown. And it has been so weird. A lot of people have asked me, why do you put so much time into this? What's behind this? And I can't even tell you. It just feels like the right thing to do. And I've been very passionate about it. And I have never been as nervous about an election as I am about tomorrow in Orlando at the winter meetings. I'm going to be pins and needles the whole time.
That's amazing. By the way, I've been to Rick's office in D.C. It's like politics, baseball, like those two worlds coming together. That's who you are. Well, Rick, great work over the years. We can't wait to see what happens next.
All right, thank you guys. I'll be there in Orlando. I don't even know why I'm there, but I just need to be close to the voting.
You gotta be there. You gotta be there.
Gotta be there to take it all the way through. Rick, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Good luck tomorrow. Can't wait to see how it
Thank
turns
you.
out. And you can see more about Rick's campaign for Dale Murphy by scanning the QR code right there on your screen. So go check it out.
That's right. And coming up, Will Gans is back with ABC's Secret Savings. Stick around. You're watching GMA on a Saturday morning.
Time now for ABC Secret Savings. Will Gans is back with great gifts for everyone on your list. Everything here is shoppable. I am so excited.
Yes, we might be counting down to Christmas, but let's think beach vacation for a second, shall we? This is Cool Cabana. So this is an incredible way to say goodbye to heavy, bulky beach tents. Everything here can be set up by one person in 2 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
And what's fabulous about this is in the corners here, there are these pockets and you can fill them with sand, right? So you're gonna have a weighed down cabana, nothing's gonna fly away.
We don't want that.
Yes, so you could use it at a beach. There's also a grass attachment if you wanna bring it to like a kid's soccer game, for example. So this is a great gift. You'll save 50% with our deal now.
I love it.
All right,
Let's go.
next up, Re-Athlete. So this is giving the gift of a nice massage to anybody who could use that. Yes. So these portable massagers have an extendable handle. They'll help you get to any hard to reach areas, different attachments for the head here. So whatever your needs may be, whether you're training for something, which like when I was running a lot, I loved this attachment to sort of work out. Yes. So they're really, really great. Keep a charge for a very long time. Super portable as well. Save 50% now on this great gift from Re-Athlete.
Okay, I love that.
So good. All right.
Ooh,
this
colors.
is, yes,
Everything looks like it
stocking
tastes good.
stuffer alert. It does look like it tastes good, but don't eat it because it's to level up your spa experience at home, right? So these are luxurious whipped hand soaps, milkshake bath soaks, bath bombs, and more. They're 100% vegan and cruelty-free, and they're made in America, and I love the way they look, and if you love the way they look, you'll love how they smell even more. They're so great.
So mini.
The whole assortment from Nectar Life is 35% off today with our deal.
Okay.
So good, right? All right, Caraloha. Oh my gosh, these are the best sheets ever. Yeah. So these are made from viscose from bamboo, which means that you're gonna sleep cooler if you're a hot sleeper, or they'll cool you down. They're also allergen and odor resistant, which means they're gonna stay nicer longer.
I love that.
Don't have to wash them as much as normal sheets
They're
as
so
well.
soft.
There are resort and aloha styles in pillowcase duos and complete sheet sets. You can upgrade all your bedding for luxurious sleep at 50% off today on our
That's a
site.
steal.
Yes. All right, let's talk brows and lashes.
Oh, now this is where I love to be.
Exactly. This is Grande, okay? And these cosmetics are among the original pioneers for lash and brow serums. They're clinically proven formulas that deliver real results. More than 52,000 positive reviews on Amazon.
Wow.
So people love them. They come back to buy them, and we brought them to our audience today, and you'll save at least 46% today from Grande Cosmetics.
Okay.
So great, right? All right, and last but not least, do you want to? Yes, please.
Yes,
okay.
this is like fun. What is it?
So this is gonna let your imagination run wild. If you have
Okay.
little ones at home, you hang this up in the door so they get to pretend like they are.
There's my little one.
There's your little one. Yes, they can pretend that they're selling ice cream at the ice cream truck. They can pretend that they are working at the donut shop. So it comes at all of these things. You just hang it in a door frame just like this. And it comes with all of these fun things over here as well, the whole set. So they can take your order. They can pass out out your ice cream cone, and all of these things are on cardstock, so they're built to last, which is so cute. The little money as well. So any entrepreneurial little ones that might be around, you give them this and they'll be set and play for hours, which is so great. And today you'll save 30% on all of these amazing gifts from Swingly.
That is wonderful for the imagination. So we've partnered with these companies on these huge savings. You can get them by scanning your QR code on your screen. You can also shop our ABC Secret Savings gift guide with discounts for more than 62 brands for everyone on your list. Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you, Samara. We're really excited for what's coming up here. It is time for Straight No Chaser. We talked to the guys and they performed their latest holiday hit, Christmas is Different. That's coming up.
We are back now with the a cappella kings of holiday music, Straight No Chaser, and we're going to hear their new holiday song in just a moment. But first, we're so excited to talk to you guys about Holiday Road. It is your first... Yeah, well, I should say that. Welcome, we're so excited. You guys put out your first full-length holiday album in 5 years. Tell us about getting back together.
Well, it's got a little bit of everything. It's got our take on modern classics, great classics, some new originals that we've added to the Christmas canon. We've got collaborations with great artists like Hunter Hayes, John Splitoff, Mickey Guyton, Jose Marie Chan. Our kids are even on this album, so we're super proud of it. It's been great, well received.
Amazing. And this is the 30-year anniversary of the group, right? Coming together from college days, right? Like, what's the same? What's changed?
Well, when you say 30 years, the sciatic pain is new,
right? Right there with you.
Yeah, I mean, we started this group back in the day to just be a part of the a cappella traditions of the East Coast. So we're still proud parents of the group that's at Indiana University. Go Hoosiers, beat the Buckeyes. But we have been able to do this now for 17 years, touring the country and the world, and we're enjoying the ride every step of the way.
And it's very cool how all of you together, you get together from all over the country to do something like this. Just amazing. So catch Straight No Chaser on the holiday tour until the end of the month. And now here they are performing Christmas is Different. Take it away, guys.
Christmas is different when you're missing somebody. Everybody's out spreading holiday cheer. Christmas is different when you're missing somebody. Whoa, what I wouldn't do just have you here with me. There's food on the table, drinks at the bar. Charlie Brown on the TV, snowflakes in the yard, up on the tree, the angel you gave to me last Christmas Eve. It's hard to believe, whoa, whoa. Christmas is different when you're missing somebody. Everybody's out spreading holiday cheer. Oh yeah, Christmas is different when you're missing somebody. Oh, what I wouldn't do just to have you here with me. The family's together, warm by the fire, pass around pictures. There's you and I. Champagne in my glass, toasting the good times we had last Christmas Eve. It's crazy, oh yeah. Christmas is different when you're missing somebody. Everybody's out here spreading holiday cheer, yeah, yeah. Christmas is different when you're missing somebody. Oh, what I wouldn't do just to have you here with me. What I wouldn't do just to have you here with me. Ooh, what I wouldn't give is to have you here with me. Merry Christmas wherever you may be.
Woo! Merry Christmas.
We just want to say a big thank you to Straight No Chaser one more time. Thank you so much for coming out, everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So much fun. Thank you for joining us. You can catch more weekend news over on ABC News Live.
Have a great day.
Ba-da-ba.